Good day, everyone. My name is Hussein Naidu. Welcome to this lesson. It's grade 10 Maths Literacy. And the topic for today, summarizing data. Let's get stuck into it. Did you know the title of this graph is the average amount of time spent on social media in days? So I've put together a list of countries just to give you guys an idea of the amount of time that we actually spend at 54. So looking at that compared to the rest of these countries, we're kind of at the top end there of days spent on social media. Let's get to the next slide. By the end of the lesson, you'll be able to arrange data in ascending and descending order, define mean, median, mode, and range, and perform calculations with mean, median, mode, and range. Let's look at the next one. Now, my concept map, that's all I'm going to cover with you guys for now. We will start with the ascending and descending order and kind of traverse it that way and go that way across all those topics. Coming back and ending off there. Let's get started. With the pre-knowledge, before we begin, you must know what is categorical data, numerical data, discrete data, and continuous data. Excuse me. All right, there we go. Categorical data is descriptive data. For example, a person's eye color. It could also be a person's name, a label, something to that effect. Then you get numerical data. This data consists of quantities and numerical data. It is broken up into discrete data and continuous data. Let's see what those two are about. Discrete data is data that you can count. For example, the number of cars at a car dealership. Again, you're not going to find half a car, full cars, and that's why we call them discrete data. The next one, let's just get to there. There we go. The next one is continuous data, and that's data that you can measure. For example, the time taken to run a marathon. Let's say an hour and 10 minutes, something like that. And that's why we look at that as being something we can measure. Let's go to an example. State if the following data is categorical or numerical, and if numerical, then state whether the data is discrete or continuous. All right. Most common error made, of course, is mixing them up. And we have to be careful of that. Let's get to the table. The amount of cool drink in a glass. All right, let's think. Firstly, is it categorical or numerical? So the amount of cool drink in a glass, you could have half a glass, you could have a full glass. So that is numerical, not categorical. So the first thing I'll write down is numerical. C-A-L, there we go. Then we can decide whether it's discrete or continuous. And in this case, definitely continuous, because it can be measured. Continuous. O-U-and-S. All right, let's write that with a nice little in there. We go. Continuous. The next one. The total amount of school fees paid. Again, this deals with money. And money is always numerical. And money is discrete. Always. Next, the type of fruit in the fruit basket. So if you think about it, the key word here is type. You could have bananas, you could have apples, kiwis, stuff like that. So that's a name. It's a label. So that has to be categorical data. There we go. And if it's categorical, it can't be discrete and it can't be continuous. Let's carry on. The number of animals in the zoo. All right, again, if you think about that, we're dealing with a number, so that would be discrete. Oh, wait, before we get to that. All right. It'll first be numerical. And then it'll be discrete. All right, there we go. Let's carry on. Let's look at the next one. New words and language that we will discuss. So, measures of central tendency, that's the values that tell us what is happening in the middle of the data. Here we will use the mean, the median, and the mode. Ascending order, to arrange numbers from smallest to largest. Descending order, to arrange numbers from largest to smallest. Then we have the mean. It is the sum of all the values divided by the total number of values. It is also called the average. All right, next one. Measures of spread. This measures how far the data lies from each other. There are 3 measures of spread, but here we will only look at the range. Median, the middle number of the data. Mode, the value of values that appear the most. Outlier, a value that is too far from the others. Range, the highest value minus the lowest value. Thanks everyone. Let's have a short break. When we get back, I'll carry on where we left off. Thank you.